So this is your main control panel up here now. So I'm just going to switch your power off. So power off. Now if you noticed, I switched it off, but these lights have stayed on. So if you ever get that, what you need to do is switch it back on. Find the light switch, which I know is this one. Yeah. Turn them off, and then turn your panel off. Yeah. Don't ask me why. It won't do that every time, but every now and then it will leave a light on. Yeah. So other than that, that's power off now. So I'm going to turn the panel back on. So when I turn it on, what it's showing me on the screen now, the little L is letting us know we're running on the leisure battery. The lightning strike is letting us know we're on the mains, and then obviously it's the time in the top corner. Yeah. I know the time's not set right. I wasn't going to set the time just in case your battery is flat. Yeah. Because when you pull it out, it'll reset your clock and everything. Yeah. Then it's showing us 13.7 volts, so that's showing you the charge in the leisure battery. And then moving on to this side, here's your light switches. So top one is for your awning light. Yeah. So that's your external light, and as I say, you can turn it on and off from the keys. So when I press the key, see the blue light goes out. Yeah. And then you can also turn it on and off from here as well. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what order you do it in, you can switch them on and off from either point. Yeah. Okay. Then the next one down is for your dimmable lights. So, do you see the lights that's come on above the top of the cupboards now? Yeah. On either end, they're your dimmable lights. Every time you switch your dimmer lights on, it'll always come up and say dimmer level on the screen here. Yeah. Now to adjust the brightness, as long as you're on dimmer level, you just press the middle arrow in the middle there. So, press that. I can turn them up as bright as 100. Yeah. And then I can turn them down as low as 5 as well.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So they're your dimmable lights. Yeah. So, I'll come back up. Then, next one down is for all the rest of the lights inside the vehicle. Yeah. But if you notice, when I switch that on, it switches everything on that I've switched on. Yeah. So when you do that, if you notice there's a light off, it's because it's actually switched off directly at the switch. Yeah. So for example, like you see the ones behind us, they're on the door here. Yeah. So I'll switch them on now. Yeah. So what the third one down does, it sort of activates all the light switches. Yeah. But if you've not got it switched on at the switch, it won't come on by pressing that button. You have to physically go to the switch and switch it on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then the last one is for your water pump. So there's one down here at the bottom. Yeah. But as you can hear now, your pump's not running because I've already pressurised up your system. Yeah. So when you initially switch that water pump on, it will run until you've pulled water through the cold side of the tap, got constant running water there. Simply shut the tap off, come round to the hot side and leave that running until you've got constant water on the hot side. Once you've done that, shut your tap off and that's your water system primed up and ready to go.
Same as the last one.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the basics on this side. I'm now going to move on to the controls on this side. So you've got your up and down arrows and then your select one in the middle. Yeah. So we're going to press down one. First place it sends us to is heating settings. Yeah. Now all you can do in here is change it from manual to app. So that means where we're telling the system we're going to use our app, but you don't want to use the app, so don't worry about that heater. You don't need to worry about that one. Next one down, system settings. So I'm going to press select now to open the menu up. First one is just setting the time. Yeah. So it's the hours, the minutes, the day, the date, the month, and the year. Yeah. Then, key beep, whether you want it or not to beep every time you press a button. Backlight is the amount of time that this screen stays lit for in the middle. LED time is the time the little blue LED lights stay lit for. Then, tank alarms. If you ever disconnect your battery, this tank alarms may switch back on. Yeah. All it is these systems are fitted in all of Swiss caravans and motorhomes now. So obviously some have onboard tanks, some don't. You don't have an onboard tank. So if it does switch on, all you need to do is come to tank alarms here and just switch it back off again. Yeah. Then we've got Bluetooth pair. So this is where you'd hook a device up if you're using the Swift command, but you're not interested in that, so we'll just skip them too. No. And then exit settings, select, takes me back out that menu. Yeah. So next one. Sargent E620, that's just letting us know what control panel you've got. Then leisure charging, again it's just showing us the charge in your leisure battery. Vehicle battery, obviously if we're attached to the car, it will show you the power. Yeah. Then solar panel, that's just letting us know the solar panel's doing virtually nothing at the minute. But that's obviously because we've got the battery charger going as well, so it's got very little to do currently. Then Battery select, so this is where you can change over from your leisure battery and run off the vehicle battery instead. Then AC limit. Now this is good. Do you go to any 10 amp sites or even 6 amp sites?
No.
Not usually, no.
No? Oh, well, you'll be alright. If you do ever go on a 10 amp site, what you can do is come to AC limit and set a 10 amp limit inside the van. Now what that will do is, say if you switch your kettle on, the van will suddenly think, oh, you want loads of electric. So what it does, it switches off your heating system while that kettle's boiling. When the kettle's finished boiling, it'll then switch your boiler back on. So what it does is try and control the power internally rather than you tripping off a post externally.
Balance, is it?
Yeah, balances it out. But all you need to do if you want to turn it up or turn it off is just come all the way up to 16 and then it goes back to off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Then last couple, internal temperature, if I press select, it'll then go to humidity and then it'll also go to external temperature as well.
Yeah.
And then last one, we're back on dimmer level there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That seems alright.
I know that's a lot of information, but you've got the video to watch back. The main thing is if you ever get into a menu and you think, oh, what am I in here? Just keep pushing down and you'll eventually come to a bit, it'll say exit settings so you can come back out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But don't worry, it's not that daunting. I'm used to them now, but when I first started I was like, oh wow, these are unbelievable. But believe me, once you start having a play with it, you'll soon get the hang of using your panel.
Yeah.
We've got to play with it.
Yeah, you can. And the more you fiddle with it, the more your confidence
more
will grow in how you
yeah,
operate it.
yeah.
Believe me, honestly. So, we'll jump next door now to your Aldi controls. Now, compared to what you had, they've made it so simple now.
Good. I'm
So,
very pleased.
what it's showing us on the screen currently, the little black plug is letting us know we're on the mains. So
Yeah.
if you switch off that orange light on your consumer unit, that black plug will disappear.
Yeah.
So when you're on the mains or you're on electric, that's what you want to see, that black plug there.
Yeah.
Then it's just showing us the temperature, so it's just letting us know it's 22.5 degrees.
What will it show us if we're not on the mains, just on the...
Nothing. That black plug won't be there.
No.
So if I switch off that orange light, there will be no plug there.
Right.
What it's doing, it's running off the 12 volt system then. So it's
Of what?
using the 12
That-
volts to run the pump, but obviously you'll need the gas on
Yeah.
to run the heating and
Yeah.
hot water.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you can run off gas just alone, but obviously you need the 12 volt power then to run the pumps so it circulates the hot water around the fan for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is press menu. Let's try and get the camera to focus. So, top one is just the thermostat for your heating.
Yeah.
So all you do is just plus and minus it and set the thermostat at whatever level you want. And then when it drops down below 18 degrees, the heating will automatically kick in, heat the van up. Once it gets to temperature, it will shut off again, and it'll only kick in again once it's at temperature.
Right.
Okay.
Right, isn't it?
So next one down is your hot water. Now, no black bar in the middle is your heat water off. First one up is your hot water on.
Yeah.
Second one up is hot water boost. So what the hot water boost is, it's switched off your central heating, put all its power into that water boiler. So it'll speed up the time that that tank will reheat for you. Right. So if you're both planning on having showers and the lovely ladies nicked all your hot water,
Yeah.
you can switch that on to boost mode and that tank will reheat quicker than it would on normal operation.
Right.
But when you're finished with that function, you do need to come and just turn it back down, because as I say, it's overridden your heating system.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the middle is your hot water on, all the way up is hot water boost.
Yeah.
Okay. We've then got your power selects are the ones down here. So the top one is your electric. So your electric will run on 1 kilowatts of electric, 2 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts.
Yeah.
All that is the more power you send to the unit, the faster it'll heat up.
I see. Yeah.
So it worked perfectly well on 1 kilowatts of electric, but all it is, it'll take that little bit longer to get to temperature. Whereas if you throw 3 kilowatts of electric at it, it'll heat up a lot faster.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So what's the normal one? What normal one would we use? Say 1?
It all depends on the conditions. Obviously, if you're out in winter,
Yeah, you want 3.
definitely say 3. But in the summer, if it's just a little bit chilly and you want just a mild bit of heat, then yeah, I'll definitely use it on 1.
Yeah.
But you'll get to grips of using the system the more times you go out, and
Yeah.
you'll find a level that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the electric, but obviously you can run on. That's electric off now,
Yeah.
and now I'm just running on gas.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So blue is your gas off,
Yeah.
green
Is it on?
is your gas on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that. So you can either run on just gas or say just electric,
Yeah.
or both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, does that
yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
Now
all
that's the
right, yeah.
basics.
Yeah. If it's on green, it's on.
Yeah, green is on, blue is off.
Blue is off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's the basics. Are you happy? You're confident that you can
Yeah,
get heating and hot water?
I'm all right with that.
I'm very pleased you are, dear. No clue. I'm not very technical.
Again, it's one of them things you can't really get it wrong. They are really user friendly. As I say, top one, thermostat for your heating. Second one down, hot water. Bottom two, your power split.
Yeah.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you have the one where you had to scroll across
Yeah,
the menu
she had
on
to
the screen?
scroll.
Yeah,
the
they're a
symbols
pain.
were never there
No,
that you wanted.
no. So everything's there on that first menu for you.
Yeah.
So if you're happy with that,
I am. Yeah.
I'll talk you through the rest of it, but don't absorb too much of this because these aren't need to know. I'm just talking you through the whole system, so how all the rest of it works. So I'll press the little cog now, and it brings up all the rest of the menu.
Yeah.
So you've got the little moon symbol. That's a night mode. So this is a timer you can set if you like it colder at night. You can set a timer so the temperature reduces down when you're in bed.
Yeah.
Then opposite is just a day mode. So again, you can set a day timer if you want it to heat up nice. So when you stick your toe out of bed in the morning, it's nice and warm for you. Then prioritise is just what power source it looks for when it initially switches on. Backlight is just how the screen stays lit. Anything that's greyed out is a feature that's not available, so don't worry. Clock is just basically setting the time and date. Next menu down. Now, the little Pac-Man, that's quite a good one. What that is an antibacterial feature in your onboard hot water tank. So what it'll do in the middle of the night, about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it'll superheat up that tank to kill any bacteria that's in that water. So when you use your water first thing in the morning, it's sterile water for you. Okay. We've then got offset the thermostat. So this is where you'll notice the temperatures will always be different between these two.
Yeah.
What it is the sensors are in different places in the van.
Yeah.
So you can match this one up so they read the same.
Yeah.
Then, do you ever go mountaineering in your van?
No.
Well, if you go above 1,000 metres sea level, you've got high altitude mode in here. All it does, it draws in extra oxygen for the extra air, sorry, for the lack of oxygen higher up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Then, key beep, whether you want it to beep or not every time you press a button. Delayed start timer is where you can set a once a week timer. So if you've got it in storage, you can set a timer. So once a week, your heating system heats up, runs for a day, and then switches off.
Yeah.
Then pump settings, all you can do in here is turn off your thermostat. Now
Yeah.
believe me, if you want to know what boiling a bag rice feels like, turn your thermostat off. Because the heating system will just get to 30 degrees and hold it there.
Yeah.
So you will cook in here.
Yeah.
So always leave your thermostat on and you be in control of your heating, otherwise you'll cook. Then last couple, good old reset. So the same as anything electrical nowadays. If it's not doing what it's told, hit the reset and it'll reboot it back to factory settings for you. Then external, don't worry about that one because again that's for your app. Language, if you want to speak French or German to it. Service just brings up any alarm codes, and then installed accessories is just where you can get extra bits and bobs added to it, but I wouldn't worry about that feature. But my main thing is today is if you're happy with that front screen, I'm a happy boy.
Yeah. I think that's all right. That is.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot simpler than the last
Yeah.
one with the scrolling across and up and down.
They are.